Let's be honest. You didn't get the apology. You didn't get the conversation. You didn't get the closure. And now, you're sitting with questions. With pain. With silence. This is the story of so many hearts. Of people who loved deeply. Who gave their all. And were left with nothing. No explanation. No goodbye. No why. Just silence. So how do you let go? When nothing was ever really finished. How do you move forward? When your mind keeps going back. How do you heal? When they walked away like it meant nothing? In this video, we're going to explore that. This is the art of letting go without closure. It's not easy. But it's possible. And sometimes, it's the only way. Let's begin. Why we crave closure. We are wired for answers. For resolution. For understanding. Closure gives us that. It ties the emotional knots. It makes sense of the pain. It helps us move forward with peace. But when closure doesn't come, you feel stuck in a loop. You replay the last words. You reread the messages. You ask yourself, was it my fault? You wonder, what did I do wrong? You seek validation that never arrives. But here's the truth. Closure is not something they give you. It's something you give yourself. And the longer you wait for them to return and explain, the longer you delay your healing. Sometimes, the silence is your closure. Their absence is your answer. When they leave without explaining. Ghosting. Abandonment. Sudden silence. It's brutal. It feels like betrayal, wrapped in confusion. You weren't just hurt. You were left without a reason. They just disappeared. No warning. No honesty. Just gone. And that breaks something deep inside. Because now, your mind is left to fill in the blanks. You make up stories. You imagine the worst. You blame yourself. But here's the thing. People who cannot communicate truthfully often disappear because they lack the courage to be real. It's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their capacity. You may never know why they left. But you can choose not to carry their silence as your shame. The power of surrender. Letting go isn't forgetting. Letting go isn't pretending it didn't matter. Letting go is surrender. Surrender to the unknown. Surrender to the unanswered questions. Surrender to the silence. You don't need to chase clarity. You don't need to reopen wounds. You don't need to beg for understanding. What if you stopped chasing closure and started chasing peace? Letting go doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're ready. Ready to stop needing validation. Ready to stop waiting on someone else to set you free. You get to choose your own freedom. You get to say, this hurt. But I won't let it hold me. That's the beginning of real healing. How to let go without the final conversation. Here's how you start releasing someone who never gave you closure. Write the letter, and never send it. Say everything you needed to say. Get it out. Feel it all. Then burn it. Delete it. Release it. Stop seeking answers from the person who hurt you. They may never be capable of giving you what you deserve. And that's okay. Closure isn't owed, it's chosen. Interrupt the cycle of rumination. When your mind replays the story again and again, stop it gently. Replace it with a grounding mantra. I release what I cannot change. Honor the reality, not the fantasy. Don't mourn who they were in the beginning. Mourn who they became in the end. Don't wait for them to make it right. Make it right by choosing yourself. You are not a victim. You are a survivor of emotional abandonment. And that makes you powerful. Breaking the addiction to the story. Here's what we don't often admit. Sometimes, we don't want closure. We want reconnection. We want a redo. We want the version of them that loved us, not the one who left. But that desire becomes a trap. You become addicted to the story. To the what-ifs. To the idea of what could have been. And you stop living in the now. Let go of the fantasy. Let go of the potential. Let go of what you imagined they'd be, and look at what they were. You deserve reality. Not potential. Not excuses. Not emotional breadcrumbs. Sometimes, the greatest gift is their absence. Because it forces you to come home to yourself. Finding your own closure. So how do you create your own closure? You create it by choosing peace over answers. You create it by saying, even if I never get a why, I will still heal. Closure becomes an internal choice, not an external gift. Say this out loud. I may never understand why. But I no longer need to. I release the need to fix what broke me. I deserve love that doesn't disappear. I let go, not because they deserve peace, but because I do. Letting go is not forgetting. It's remembering without aching. It's accepting without needing. It's moving forward without resentment. That is closure. The quiet power of moving on. If you're holding on to someone who never gave you closure, please hear this. You are not broken. You are not stupid. You are not weak. You loved with your whole heart. And that's never something to regret. But now, it's time. Time to stop bleeding for people who aren't even watching. Time to stop hoping they'll come back and fix the pain they caused. You are your own healer now. You are your own closure. You are your own peace. The chapter is over, even if it ended without a period. Let it end. Let it fade. Let it go. You may never get closure from them. But you can always find closure within. And that is the art of letting go.